My name is Linda King. I am Senior Lecturer in Design and Visual Culture in IADT, and my expertise is as a cultural historian using objects and images to create narratives. I very much see my expertise as bridging the gap between industry, institutions and academia. One of the cultural projects that I worked on most recently is for the National Print Museum. They asked me to curate an exhibition of Abbey posters from the 1970s and 80s. With the exhibition, I was trying to elevate the professional practices around promotion for the Abbey Theatre. So it wasn't just about the playwrights, it wasn't just about the plays, it wasn't just about the theatre, but it was actually the professions that support the work of the theatre, specifically graphic design and printing. The Panorama of Congo project arose out of a Film EU project called Congo VR. So with colleagues in Lisbon and colleagues in various parts of Belgium, we were looking at this piece of really problematic Belgian colonial propaganda that was commissioned for the World Fair in 1913. Hadn't been seen in 90 years because the actual artifact is about 150 metres long, so you couldn't display it unless you're to build a purpose-made building around it. So we recreated it in VR. Somebody coming to the exhibition puts on the VR goggles, they can see the panorama in the round as they would have experienced it in the early 20th century. We were trying to open up that dialogue with the public, and we did through visitors' books. We got feedback from a really broad audience. You find out about colonial history, you find out about Belgium, you find out about casement, images pop up within the panorama as you're experiencing it in the round. And then we had a second VR experience, which was Congolese artists or artists from the Congolese diaspora who responded to the panorama and inserted artifacts, artworks into the panorama. So you might see somebody rising up from the river and dancing, or you might see, a map placed against one part of the panorama as a painting. I think that for anybody who wants to get their story out there and expand their story, the people in IADT are such a huge resource in helping them tell those stories. So they've got outreach into industry, outreach into academia, outreach into the cultural institutions, but also, and I think this is quite critical, international outreach as well, which means that they can see opportunities from a huge range of different perspectives. And I think that's what we have a really strong commitment to here in IADT, and I think we've got a really strong history of it, that interdisciplinary research, interdisciplinary connections, we are very, very strong in that area. We have incredible practitioners, incredible cultural historians. We have people who are absolutely at the top of their field, and it's not just nationally, it's internationally as well. IADT has tremendous expertise to offer in terms of helping people frame their story and frame their narrative.